All over the Bay Area, those artificial turf fields. And right now, the state is involved in a major study to determine whether they're safe. But Jeffrey Schaub has learned in a Green Beat investigation that the study may be seriously flawed.
They are wildly popular all across the Bay Area. Yet California and the federal government want to know if they are safe.
I have kids that play on these fields. I have firsthand knowledge.
Last May, a Green Beat investigation revealed that California was launching a major study of artificial athletic fields. The state wants to know if ground-up rubber pellets containing cancer-causing chemicals are dangerous to kids, whether scorching surface temperatures as high as 180 degrees are a hazard, and do the fields increase the risk of contracting staph infection. But that very state study may be flawed. In a jaw-dropping admission, the lead scientist told us critical tests on the effects of heat on the playing surfaces won't happen in hot weather.
Well, the worst-case scenario for release of gases from like an artificial turf field would probably be the hottest weather.
Vidaire says the state's budget crisis delayed his department's ability to hire contractors to perform the study before the very hot months had ended. A study paid for with taxpayer money.
So is it possible that because those studies got delayed, that maybe they're not fully complete and you can't get a complete read on how hot weather, really hot weather, could affect this stuff?
At first, Vidaire had to check with his department's press spokesperson before answering.
Yeah, Sam, I'm not sure what you're...
Then he offered this.
But you're right, of course, unless we measure under these different temperatures, we'll never know the exact relationship between temperature and volatilization of chemicals. I suspect then that...
We took the tape of that interview and played it for State Senator Abe Maldonado. He wrote the bill, signed by Governor Schwarzenegger, that called for the health study. He talked about a day recently when he watched his son play football.
California had a little heat wave. I could see the heat coming off the field. We don't know what the impacts are at that time, and if the study isn't going to demonstrate that, then we have an incomplete study, and that's not going to be acceptable.
We're extremely comfortable right now that these fields are healthy.
While the state awaits the outcome, many cities and towns plan to go ahead with building new fields. Phil Ginsburg is San Francisco's Recreation and Parks Department director.
You know, I'm a dad of 2 young girls that play soccer on these fields, and I'm very comfortable with my children playing on them.
Yet there is a history of trouble. Just recently, Attorney General Jerry Brown sued several turf manufacturers after high amounts of lead were found in the pigments used to make the fields green. Now there is concern about the crumpled up rubber. Here's why.
It takes a whopping 40,000 ground-up tires to fill out one of these athletic surfaces, and each tire has hundreds of chemicals in it, several of them considered by the state of California to be hazardous and cancer-causing, the same chemicals found in these playing surfaces.
Chemicals like benzene, ethylbenzene, formaldehyde, naphthalene, and styrene. And that's not all. These fields are exposed to spit, sweat, bird droppings, and animal feces, conditions critics say contribute to a toxic soup of bacteria. The turf industry says it stands behind what it makes. Field Turf Corporation told us we have complete confidence in the safety of our product. But will anybody ever really know for sure? On the Green Beat, Jeffrey Schaub, CBS 5.